questions?
Can you talk about how Steven Montez has looked so far?
No, we're not going to talk about freshmen, but good sneak in.
Okay.
I said something about Isaiah that day because position, but I got to thinking he snuck that in. I wasn't sharp that day.
I've just seen if you were sharp today.
All right. Next question. Sorry.
The scrimmage coming up on Saturday, do you know the format you're going to have for that?
We're going to look at our injury situation and make sure we'll see. We're going to practice some of it. I'm not going to go out and scrimmage for the whole 2 hours. So we'll have some practice and some scrimmage in it. So there'll be a combination.
How has the health been so far through camp?
It's been good. It's been good. It's been real well. So just want to. We got another practice tonight, and then we'll have a day. We'll have a day where we're not on the practice field on Friday before we go to Saturday.
Do you have any guys that have gotten nicked up?
Yeah, just little things, but nothing. No serious injuries, which is awesome.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. All right.
As we're creeping up on a little over 2 weeks, I guess, until that game. When do you start making the transition from implementation to preparation?
It's 3 weeks from today.
Okay, all right.
What now?
3 weeks. When do you?
3 weeks, 6 hours, and 42 minutes.
But who's counting? But who's counting?
10 seconds.
Yeah. When do you make the transition from implementation to preparation?
You're kind of doing it all along, because your schemes better be able to handle everything. And then as you get closer in, you'll start doing more of what Hawaii does, implement it in, and then you try to do a lot of some of the stuff they do is in our offense, and some of the stuff that they do on defense is in our defense. So we'll call some of the same stuff that we might think we're going to see. So then that way you can keep getting better at your own stuff at the same time you're trying to prepare for Hawaii.
How are your wide receivers look so far?
They look good. They look good. They keep improving, and Devin Ross has been improving, and
any of them made a jump that you didn't quite expect?
Lee Walker, because he was hurt most of the year last year, has come back stronger and better, and he's made some plays in practice. So I'm excited about what Lee and Devin have been doing.
Coach, when you first got here, did you feel like you had to kind of build Kenneth Crawley's confidence up a little bit after he had kind of a rough freshman season? Talk a little bit about kind of his development, what you saw from him early on.
Right. Playing out at corner is hard. And the best thing to help a corner is a little bit of pass rush, a quarterback that's under duress. So I think, Kenneth has gotten better and better and better and better. And I look for him to have a great year this year, and I think he has plenty of confidence. I think it's just, playing and starting to make plays and, that type of thing. But Kenneth's always had confidence. You just gotta. It's hard out there on that corner. You have to have a short memory, and be able to keep battling. So he's been doing that. He's had a good camp. He's gotten 9 pounds of muscle. 9 pounds of muscle since last season. That's pretty impressive for a guy his size.
How do you feel about your overall depth at linebacker, in particular middle line or inside linebacker?
I feel good about it. We'll have some more practices and scrimmages, but I feel good about the guys there. They're doing, and we'll see how they do through a little bit of the scrimmage and a couple more compete things that we'll have during the rest of the time. So it's so early because some of them are young. We got to see where they are. They're thinking a lot right now. Hopefully they'll start clicking a little bit more.
Any one of those guys jumped out at you at all as you watch film?
No, I'll find out when we get a few more scrimmages under, a few more live situations under our belt. Because that's the position live makes all the difference. It's kind of like the tailback. He looks good, but then when it's live, does he run up in there? Does he make them miss? And the same way, to me, at inside backer.
Your first 2 seasons here, the season opener, you've had some special teams mistakes. Have you done anything, or are you doing anything to focus in those areas in camp?
We're stressing it just like we always have, and I think the good thing is most of our special teams people, even a lot of the backups, have been in that situation a lot. So hopefully they'll be ready for everything. We're focusing on it hard, and I feel like that we're better at it. I feel like just because the kids understand it better. And understand the sense of urgency of running down just one time, how big that can be.
Any of the kickers moving?
We'll find out. We're putting more and more pressure on them. I think they've all been kicking well. We haven't made a decision on who the starter is yet, but I think they've all been kicking well. We'll do some stuff in the stadium that you always kind of want to see how they kick in the stadium. The last time we went in the stadium, I thought they kicked well. So just trying to add more and more pressure to them. I think they've all been doing well. It's still wide open, yes, sir.
You gonna get down in the creek with Coach Levitt one of these days?
I might get down in the creek with him. I usually take off running. I see him, and then I see him down there, and I take off running. They're lounging around down there.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.
All right, thanks.